Hi, I'm Christina Applegate.
And I'm Jamie-Lynn Sigler.
And this is
Messy. Hello, welcome to Messy. This is Jamie.
What's the show?
It's called Messy.
What? Why?
Well,
why is it called Messy? James?
Life's a motherfucking mess.
There you go. And
all.
I'm Christina Applegate. And yes, this is our show. And today we're going to read emails from our beautiful listeners. And we're very excited to connect with you guys and all the things.
Yes.
And also Jamie's hair, you can't see her. She looks like a freaking fashion model, and I have a dirty bun.
Well, can I explain? Let me just tell you what has to happen for me to have hair like this, because I have, I'm Ashkenazi Jew half, so I've got the frizz, I've got the Jew fro, and my hair like just grows sideways normally if I air dry it. So this was a blowout with, by the way, they were not sponsored by them, but the Dyson hair dryer, it's the best hair dryer I've ever had. It dries my hair so fast. Highly recommend.
Noted. Now, I am not all those things, yet when my hair dries, I look like an 80s bad lead singer of a stupid band. Like, it just goes like...
It worked for you probably at some point in your life.
No, no. I never had this before. I think what's happening now is that it's so gray that it's pubes. It's pube hair. Because it's just goes like... It's so gross. I can't even...
My dear friend who does my hair, Rihanna, did tell me that this is getting worse. I was like, why is it so much worse? Is it Austin? Is it humidity? She's like, no, it's your old hair. Your hair is
It's your gray hair. Yeah. Well, guys.
Yeah.
Wish we could talk about this for hours because I could, but...
Do your pubes ever turn gray?
Or
does the bush always stay
I've
black?
lost most of mine. They're almost gone now.
Well, that's kind of nice, right? Do you miss it?
But it means that I'm fucking old. And I don't even know what color is down there. It's like... There's like a few sprigs of like something that's like a color that I've never seen before. So whatever. I don't know, dude.
I've always wondered that. Allison, can you look that up? Do pubic hairs turn gray?
Like, they do actually. It's like I'm seeing these changes. And my daughter said to me, she goes, your eyebrows are turning gray. So that's where we're going right now, guys.
Oh,
my eyebrows have gray hairs.
Wow.
I don't know what to do with that. I got like 6 on one and a couple on the other. Oh, and they're falling out. It's just weird. Aging is weird, dudes.
Well, I'm sure Bobby Brown has a good eyebrow pencil.
Yeah,
right?
I don't go anywhere. Like we just said before this, I literally am Howard Hughes. I'm Howard Hughes, and I stay in my house, and that's when I get weird. And... yeah, because I go a little nutter butters. And now my hair's getting nutter butters.
Well, I'm going to come over and I'm going to blow dry your hair, and then I'm going to flat iron it, and then I'm going to use a curling iron, and then I'm going to give you extensions with my friend Rihanna, and I'm going to paint your eyebrows and
do my lips.
And do your lips, and we're going to get out there in the world.
Book tours.
Ready to sell my book.
Okay.
All right. Chat. Do you want me to read it? Do you want me to start reading? Do you want to talk about any of the other hairs on our bodies?
I have one really long hair on my shin. I don't know where he came from.
I always miss one on my ankle, so I feel you.
Well, I don't shave because I don't need to, because
even
everything's falling out. Honey, like knees up. Nothing's there anymore.
Wow.
It's all gone. It's not like I was like a hairy beast, but
no.
I used to have to shave like the whole leg. But I looked down and, I don't shave. I was looking at my leg and there, there are like some small ones, but then there's one that's like an inch long?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's he doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he there?
I don't know. You let him hang.
I don't know, man.
He's got a purpose.
Howard Hughes over here.
Howard Hughes with her long shin hair.
I can just imagine, like, I'm going to become him, like, sitting there, like, in that movie with, like, a Leonardo, just, like, I don't know, pissing in buckets and all the weird stuff that was going on in that movie. I don't know.
No, we're not going to let that happen. You're too much of a talent. We can't let this happen. We need you.
Boy.
We need you.
Yeah, well.
You want me to read from Lindsay? I know you are.
Yeah, because I can't.
I got you.
Read this one.
Okay.
All right, thank you. And in fact, I wrote which ones I want you to read.
Oh, great.
And which ones I'm going to read.
So prepared. I love this.
I'm all prepared.
You are. Okay. This is from Lindsay. To Jamie and Christina, I love how honest you are. I love you all around, but I'm talking about honesty here. You are honest with others and about yourself. It is beautiful, courageous, and refreshing. This last listener email episode was very interesting. When the woman said you seem to be coping psychologically much better with MS than you were when the podcast began, you straightforwardly replied, it's not that I'm doing better, it's that I didn't want to put my crying out there to others anymore. That is so honest, however sad. I appreciate that you were able to be honest about why you do seem to be coping so much better. In the beginning, you cried so much and admitted how sad MS made you, how you missed dancing. I too have noticed that you have grown strong and fierce regarding MS. I have heard you righteously and ferociously stand up for people whose partners aren't being as supportive as they should. I have heard you cry out, being the voice for us all, saying this sucks and it isn't fair and we don't deserve it. I've heard you say, fuck MS. I've heard you over these years now grow and learn and get confident about this bullshit. I've seen you go from an MS victim to an MS warrior that is representing a huge group of us. I am sure you're still angry and sad, and obviously this still sucks and is unfair, and I know you feel that every day like we all do, but just know that coping better doesn't mean you're doing better. It means that to all of us, you are a fighter, not a quitter, and a real hero, whether you cry in front of us or not. Love, Lindsay.
Lindsay, I'm crying, so give me a second. Maybe you respond for a minute.
Well,
I'm gathering my
okay, you gather your thoughts because this one is for you, and it is true. It is why I love you. It is what you have, one of the reasons why I love you. It's what you have taught me to be able to do, what you've taught me to be able to allow myself to feel, allow myself to process. This is such a huge part of Messy and the gift that you give so many people that listen to the show. And tell me when you're ready to respond, because I don't want to steal any of this thunder. This is about you and what you do for so many.
I kind of really, it's hard for me to respond to this in the sense that, you know, when we got that email, which I do remember quite vividly, is I kind of got a little weird with it because it was like, you're doing better. And I really don't, I'm not saying that to the person that wrote the email, like just that feeling of someone going, well, you look like you're doing better, right? When we're kind of not, in the sense of, you know, I wasn't walking better. I'm not doing better. I just think I'm, when we started talking about this, I didn't talk to anyone about this. So the scar was still open. You know, the wound was still open. The bleeding was still happening. And I think over time, it's getting closer to getting stitched, I guess. I'm being weird with metaphors, but maybe we're getting closer to it being stitched, and then eventually it'll be a scar, and then I'll put some creme de la mer on there, and then the scar will be gone. I mean, I really don't. I don't know, man.
No, scars don't go away. The scar's not going to go away. It's part of your story, but your
creme de la mer actually supposedly helps.
Does it?
Sorry, that was a joke. Yeah, well.
Who knew?
They put it on burn victims, but okay. Maybe that should be our sponsor. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
No.
I apologize.
Just there's Look, you and I have talked about this at length, that there's no right or wrong way to deal with this. It fluctuates day to day. It fluctuates hour to hour sometimes. I recently had to deal with something that I've been dealing with for a couple of months, an infection that's not going away, that's caused me extreme discomfort. It's caused me a lot of physical pain. And I had a moment a few days ago now where I just sat across from my doctor, and she was like, "This is overwhelming for you, isn't it?" And I just started to cry, and she goes, "Please." I'm like, "Please, this is not fair." And she like had me repeat after. I was like, "This is not fair." She's like, "You don't deserve this." I was like, "I don't deserve this." Like, we all carry things and we all express them in different ways, but being able to unapologetically express a genuine emotion and reaction to things doesn't mean that you can't get past it, doesn't mean that you can't move forward, doesn't mean that doesn't mean that you're not being positive. It means you're being authentic and real. It's something, Christina, you and I were talking about last night, the two of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also, I don't think we get past anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do you ever get past, like, my dad just died. Am I ever going to get past that and just be like, yippee, I'm okay with that? Do I get past, like, it's just going, okay, now I have to kind of deal with life. And there are important things tasks and things that I have to do, like being a parent and all the stuff that we have to do. And I think you and I both know with writing our books, our memoirs, which sounds so douchebaggery, but we're writing stuff down and then having to reread it again. So we're not really getting past those things. We all revisit. Okay. So for our listeners, you're not going to we all wear capes, but sometimes you got to, the cape comes off. I don't know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, I don't. Like, there are days that we're good and days that we're bad. And be accepting of those things.
Yeah.
So when I was crying, or do cry, and we'll probably continue to cry when we do episodes, is because it's hitting something in me. And this podcast was developed on honesty. And whether I'm in a good day or a bad day or any of those things, that's my honest and authentic self. And I think one of the first things we ever said, like, we did an interview, and I said, I'm not in here for inauthenticity. Okay? Broken, all those things is what we talk about, because I feel like everyone that listens understands that.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. And everything that happens to you, everything that happens in your life, it's just becomes part of you. It becomes part of your story. And like you're saying, we don't move past it, but we move with it. And it changes us. And
that's a good one. I'm writing that down.
You should see, she just had the most wonderful comedic moment of just throwing papers up in the air. With a pen. But yeah, I mean, it's just like everything that it's like, I always think of it as like a fanny pack that I'm just like putting the different things and like, or like little tattoos or stamps on my body, my story, what I'm continuing to move
Can
through.
I say something?
Yes.
Sorry. For our UK listeners, we're not talking about a vagina pack.
Is that what they call a vagina? A fanny pack?
Yeah, that's why they make fun of us. Because we call it a fanny pack, but they call a fanny a vagini. Continue.
Well, you know what that makes me think of? Allison, did I talk about this already, about New Zealand and what they call a vagina there?
Wait, what?
When I was in,
what do they?
When I was in,
writing this
I went
one down
to New
too,
Zealand 100 years ago, and I was there for, get this, okay? It was something called the Cocktail World Cup. It was sponsored by like this vodka, and for many months they had traveled all over the world and gotten the best bartenders from like Amsterdam and Scotland and the US and whatever. And they all flew them to New Zealand. I was a judge, and they would have to like make cocktails like after glacier landing, after bungee jumping. We did all these extreme sports, and then they would make cocktails. And my job was just to drink them after doing the extreme sports with them. It was like the most wonderful week of my life.
Sounds like my jam.
But kid. Late night, right. You know, when you're like going to soak up the booze, like what do you want to eat? You want like a burger. So there was a place in New Zealand called Ferger Burger. And I don't drink anymore. And one of the reasons I don't is because I'm too loosey-goosey. I'm a 2-year-old. And I would leave the bar with everybody and go, Ferger Burger, like Ferger Burger. And somebody had to be like, Jamie, stop. And I'm like, what? It's the name of the fucking burger place. It means muff diving.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is my favorite story I have ever heard.
So I was running through the streets of...
going muff diving.
Muff diving! If I'm wrong, please write in or tell me, but this is what I was told. And I walked home with my head between my legs and never drank again. No, I'm kidding. But that was...
You were muff diving if your head was between your legs.
Didn't even think of that. Ferger Burger. I'm going to get us Ferger Burger sweatshirt.
We watch Love Island. I mean, on the UK ones, they're always like, oh, he gave me fanny flutters. Which means that, you know, the vagine got a little tingale.
Fanny flutters.
So when you say fanny pack to the people in the UK,
okay,
we're just saying vagina.
Well, maybe
pack.
I am storing my experiences in my fanny pack. Maybe that's where I like to keep them, which is why I'm having repeated infections.
You and me both. I think I store mine in my butthole.
Yeah, Christina and I both got positive results for UTIs last night.
We've got, yeah. No, I just got the finals today. Okay. Lola is a blanket company that it's really hard for me to even discuss because I love it so much. I received one actually from Lola. Thank you, Lola. And I was like, oh, another blanket. And I opened it up and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I've never felt anything so soft. It has weighted effect. It's one of the most, if not the most gorgeous things I've ever felt. And I spend a lot of time in my bed. And it is so amazing that my daughter stole mine. It is the world's #1 blanket. It's crafted with ultra soft, luxury, vegan faux fur and a signature 4-way stretch that sets it apart. It's machine washable, double hemmed for durability, and stays flawless. No pilling, no shedding, even after repeated washes. It's gorgeous. I mean, you could put it anywhere. And because they have so many different designs, no matter what your home aesthetic is, it will fit into your bed. They have smaller ones for throws. It is my go-to gift now. It's like, that's it for me. It's personal. It's beautiful. It's something that people actually use every single day. I have the large for the bed. It's perfect for cozying up or solo or with somebody else or with lots of other people's. They have XL, which is massive, and they actually call it the biggest blanket on the internet. So for a limited time, our listeners are getting a huge 35% off their entire order at lolablankets.com by using code MESSY at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code MESSY for 35% off. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them, and please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Wrap yourself in luxury with Lola Blankets. This next one is from Jamie. I have been listening to your podcast for the last couple of months. I was diagnosed with RRMS in June 2025 at the age of 54. I was put on Ocrevus and completed my first full infusion at the beginning of July 2025. Thank you for this podcast. I had my first MS symptoms 6 years ago. In December 2024, right before Christmas, I was in the ER with significant vision loss in my left eye. In January 2025, I was told I had mini strokes. That was a misdiagnosis, come to find out. I have been struggling and feeling horrible since December 2024. I feel alone. Oh, baby girl. And I'm struggling. Your podcast helps me to know I am not alone. I have been the breadwinner in my family and have always led an incredibly active life. I struggle now to work and just function in life. I can honestly say I hate the body I live in right now. But I also know it could be so much worse. You both are very helpful to me as I listen to your podcast. I don't feel so alone. Thank you, Jamie in Cedar Rapids.
Oh, the hate. I hate the body I live in right now, really,
Yeah. Sucks the balls.
Yeah. I did a whole therapy session recently about that one because I've hated the body I've lived in for so long. I feel like I've been in battle with it for so long. I've felt betrayed by it. I've felt abused by it. I've felt just mistreated by it, even when I was trying to do all the right things and doing all the right things and still feeling like it was failing me. And I really just had to figure out like how to come to peace with it. And I think I talked about this a little bit before, but I've started to, and again, whether any of this is true or not, it doesn't matter anymore to me. I think I'm really understanding the power of a belief system and the way it can just help carry you through each day. And I just try to think about my body talking to me rather than hurting me. And so when things pop up or things feel uncomfortable, I try to take it as a sign to just listen, get quiet, have a conversation of like, this is painful, this hurts, I don't like when this happens, but trying to believe that, like, for instance, my spasticity, right? My spasticity is what plagues me the most. Like I get up and I feel like I'm getting electric shock in my body. And when I try to walk after a couple 10, 15 steps, my right quad just locks. It just locks. And I'm just like sitting there being like, let go, I'm good. Like, let go, I'm good. But I think this comes from years of me not accepting mobility aid, that my body's just gotten tighter and stiffer because it's trying to protect me. It's trying, the signal is low, the signal is lost, the signal is less than. So like, it's trying to hold me. It's trying to not let me fall. So I'm trying to like reframe what's happening in my body. Like sometimes with bladder incontinence, I'm like, oh, like maybe there's an infection that I don't know is there right now. Maybe there's, maybe it didn't like what I ate. Maybe it's telling me that my body doesn't like this. Again, this might be just all a crock of shit, but these are the types of things that I think really help me when I get stuck in the loop of I hate the body that I live in right now. And I'm not going to say that I love the body that I live in right now. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I do, but in the moments when those feelings are overwhelming, this is what I turn to.
Well, first of all, guys, my friend Jamie has the hottest body I think I've ever seen. I literally look like the old woman coming out of the bathtub from The Shining. I'm telling you, because I've lost so much weight because of my stupid stomach issue, which I've talked about ad nauseum, and it's boring.
No
but,
pun intended.
Yeah. But I was going to say, I went into Sadie's room because I brought her this button that says, I vote for Gwendolyn, whatever the last name was, in this movie that I did called Bad Moms. And she was so excited because she loves it. And I'm standing there talking to her, and without any warning, I just started peeing. But luckily, I wear a diaper. But it's like that, and I said to her, I said, Sades, I'd love to continue this conversation, but I'm peeing right now. And I didn't know. So our bodies, with this whole thing, but here's the thing. I've been watching Shark Tank a lot, maybe too much.
It's the best show.
And there was an episode that was in 2020. So that's where I'm back. I have to, what is that called? Oh my God, my words. Sometimes my words don't come. I'm watching old episodes, and this guy comes in to promote his thing, and he goes, well, last year my dad was diagnosed with MS, and within 6 months he was a paraplegic. And I started sobbing so much because I was like, fuck, is that what's going to happen? But here's the thing. No. Right? This is a long time ago. And you have things that are going to help you right now. Yes, we don't like this, man. We don't like that we can't walk as other people walk or skip and jump, as Jamie had a dream about me.
I did.
Skipping and jumping. Maybe we can't dance, but maybe we can. Who fucking knows, man? I don't know.
It's just going to look different.
I'm not making no sense, but I just feel like I sit here and think, okay, you're pissed off right now. You're feeling this way right now. You're having the MS hug. I had a friend call me last night whose husband has MS, newly diagnosed, and he was having an MS hug. And she's like, how do we deal with this? And I'm like, well, I don't get those, but I'll call my other friend, which is Cindy. And she's like, heat, all these things that we can do. As a community, we can all reach out. So reach out to your communities, because I think that's really important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can't process this type of stuff alone, whether it's a support group, whether it's our Discord, whatever, whether it's a friend that whoever it is. Yeah. You cannot be stuck in your own head when it comes to stuff like this.
Nope. You've got to reach out, man.
Yep.
And even if it's one person, you can find one person.
Yeah.
Online. I found one person before I even talked to you.
Yeah.
Which was my friend Cindy. And now I have you.
You do. You do. Do you want me to read this next one from Nicole?
It says Jamie.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. I kind of scheduled.
You think I could see that, but I got you. Okay.
Thank you.
I always love listening. Listen, just something to think about. Jamie and Christina talk a lot about their agony or their bravery in using a cane, and we appreciate you sharing your journey. Please remember, though, that you have many listeners who are way past that point and either stuck in wheelchairs or trying to avoid a full-time wheelchair. We would give anything to just need a cane occasionally. Just something to let float in the back of your mind. Something that I'm sure the ladies know too is that not everyone has the money and insurance to get all the treatment, the gizmos, and assistance that we need. Imagine those struggles. Anyway, it's always good to have a mindful perspective. I look forward to every episode, Nicole. Okay, Nicole?
You go, because...
We hear you. We hear you. And I appreciate you writing this email. We appreciate you sharing your perspective. Absolutely. Christina and I can only speak from where we come from and what we live with. I'd like to think that we take into consideration everyone, and if you are not feeling that, I sincerely apologize. But that being said, I think that my sort of struggle with using the cane can be translated to the same struggle of trying to avoid a full-time wheelchair. It's not about the details. It's about the emotions. It's about the acceptance. It's about the struggle of the changing, the struggle to adapt. I don't think we're trying to compare, and I'd like for you not to feel like that is happening, that we're like, oh, that because I can understand this, that, oh, we don't have a wheelchair, so how could we complain about having to use a cane? That's not fair. It is very hard to go from an able body to slowly having a disability and having to adjust in any level, in any way. And I don't I don't think that we are disregarding people that are in wheelchairs. I think what we're trying to share is our own personal experience, and that you as a listener can take that and adapt it to whatever your experience is. And as far as the money and the insurance, I get it. There is not a day that goes by that I am not incredibly grateful for the support system I have, the finances I have, the insurance that we have that is able to cover so much of this. And our advocacy and our work and our speaking out about this kind of stuff is on your behalf. We are active with charities and places for people to get access. So please don't feel upset at us, or please don't feel like we are not mindful of everybody's situation.
Okay, so look, neither one of us, before we got this disease, probably knew anything about ADA or all this stuff, right? And to mirror what she's saying, what we're trying to do here is talk about our experiences. And that is never, like she said, to discount anyone who's experienced with this disease or any disease.
Yeah.
That we're not discounting you. We can only speak for ourselves. If we start to speak for other people's experiences, then I don't know, you know? The woman that makes our canes, I'm going to cry. She has one leg and is bound to a wheelchair for the rest of her life. Mm-hmm. She makes canes for us, okay? So this is a community.
Yeah.
This is not discounting where you're at. I've watched my friend who makes our canes. What is her life, you know? Of course we have empathy for everyone who is going through whatever it is. Please understand that, girl.
Yes.
And we really do appreciate you bringing this up because I think it's a really important topic. But I think of our friend every day of my life and what her life is like. She's alone in her house, right? And she has to struggle to just do everything. And yet she makes canes for people who can walk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that conversation, and thank you for bringing that up. Truly. Beautifully said, Christina. Support for Messy comes from Go Pure. Listen, just because your neck and arms might be covered this fall doesn't mean you should pretend that they don't exist. Covered up doesn't mean forgotten, and your skin still needs love. And that's exactly why Go Pure created the neck and arm cream bundle. It is a powerhouse duo designed to visibly firm, smooth, and restore the look of sagging, crepey skin where it matters most. You know that drawer full of barely used products? I actually just went through mine today. Well, guess what? These creams won't be one of them. They're going to be right up on your counter because these high-performance formulas are made to hydrate, tighten, and improve elasticity over time without harsh ingredients or a luxury price tag. In fact, all Go Pure products are cruelty-free, they're paraben-free, and they're sulfate-free, so you know you're giving your skin clean, effective care without the harsh chemicals or compromises. And Go Pure isn't just about transforming the skin on your neck. Like we've said, they have the full line of science-backed skin and body care to tighten, to lift, to smooth from head to toe. So right now, Go Pure has a crazy deal. For a limited time, you can get 57% off the Tighten and Lift Neck Cream and Sculpt and Tone Arm Cream bundle. You can also get 25% off all other products by using code MESSY at gopure.com. So head to gopure.com and use code MESSY for a huge discount. And after you buy, do us a favor. When they ask where you heard about Go Pure, tell them it was from our show. Support for Messy comes from iRestore. I've talked about iRestore before. The iRestore Illumina Face Mask is a dermatologist-recommended at-home treatment with 360 medical-grade LEDs. It uses red infrared, and blue light. And with all those lights, what you're doing is you're targeting fine lines, you're targeting breakouts, sun damage, inflammation. It's the least complicated routine that's going to be in your life. And skincare, by the way, doesn't stop at your face. If you're looking, and this is where I'm at, if you're looking to smooth, firm, and tighten the skin on your neck and chest, the spots where aging and sun damage tend to show up first, the Illumina Neck and Chest Mask has you covered with 230 medical-grade LEDs, twice as many as other top masks. It delivers deep, targeted treatment for wrinkles, sunspots, dullness. Plus, it's lightweight, it's breathable, it's easy to wear while you settle into your fall routine. Both masks are actually lightweight. They're cordless. They're easy to use. It's honestly the ultimate fall self-care move. They also have things to upgrade your skincare routine when you pair it with the Renew Calming Facial Spray, the anti-aging eye cream. They really have you covered here, you guys, because they're so confident at iRestore in their products that they offer a 12-month money-back guarantee, so you can try all of these beautiful things risk-free. So if your skin doesn't look healthier, you'll get a full refund. No awkward questions, just results or your money back. All you have to do, by the way, is 10-minute sessions, 3 to 5 times a week. You and your loved ones are going to all of a sudden see a brighter, healthier looking you. So give your skin the love it deserves. For a limited time, get a huge discount on the iRestore Illumina Face Mask with code MESSY at iRestore.com. That is code MESSY at iRestore.com for your exclusive offer on the iRestore Illumina Face Mask. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Unlock your best skin with iRestore.
Message from Emily. Hi, I was just listening to the episode, Everybody's Got Something. And when Christina was talking about not remembering words and brain fog, I was like, that's me. I have a rare disease called HPP. Now, Emily, I'm going to try. Hypophosphatasia. I hope I did you proud. It is muscular skeletal disease, but can impact us neurologically. As Christina was explaining the brain lesions as a cause, mine is from the inability to break down vitamin B6, which crosses the blood-brain barrier. My body can't break it down properly, hence my brain fog, memory issues, and searching for words when I speak. Okay, got it. It's so annoying. So I really relate to this conversation. I really love you ladies, and it's a real bitch living with an invisible illness. So glad I can listen to you every week. It helps me feel normal. Thanks, Emily. You said invisible illness, and oftentimes we talk about this being an invisible illness. I use a cane. Jamie has things. I literally took my kid to go see the Rocky Horror Picture Show at Cinespia in Los Angeles, and I had to go from sitting on a mat to standing a few times, like if I had to go to the bathroom, and I fell. I fell in front of a lot of people. So sometimes it's not as invisible as you think.
Yeah.
But
I think it's also, it can be invisible, like when you're sitting on the mat, right? And the blanket and you're watching the movie and you're having the good time, but nobody knows the zips and the zaps and the zangs that you're feeling and the discomfort that you're feeling. But what choice do we have but to just engage with life and switch your position, move your body around, and just keep the conversation going and not telling anybody? Like, invisible illness can, even though it might physically be apparent that you live with something, there's still many moments that are invisible to others. And these conversations, and like Christina talking about her brain fog and searching for words, this is the podcast where she can do that and talk about that. But I'm sure in many other conversations and in moments in your life, you can't, or I don't know if you stop and be like, sorry, or if you just kind of power through. And for those moments that you power through, it is an invisible illness in very many ways. And that's really hard.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I mean, not to bring it back to that, but I was sitting there, I've got like 7 people with me, and by the way, I want to give a shout out to Sinespia and the people that run it I'm going to cry. I always do that when people do nice things for me. They set up this beautiful stuff with, food and pillows and everything.
That's awesome.
But as some of us with MS know, when we're sitting down in one position for a long time, your legs hurt even more. I'm not going to say they start hurting because mine always hurt, but it just starts hurting more. But you want to make sure that everyone's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, that's where my brain fog's coming in because now I can't remember my point. But
about the invisible
I had a
illness,
point.
that you were feeling uncomfortable through it. Yeah,
I was feeling so uncomfortable. Yet we're at this cool ass thing. And if anyone doesn't know what Sinespia is, they do movies at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery here in Los Angeles. And I know that sounds grim, but it's really beautiful.
So cool.
It's so cool. And I really love those people. So thank you guys. But anyway, yeah, it was I was okay, I don't want to fuck up everyone's night by complaining, going my legs hurt and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I still can't remember what the other thing in the pill was. I can't, dude. What is it?
The other thing in the what?
In the Elavil.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah.
What's it called again?
The other ingredient? Oh, the antidepressant.
Okay, thank you. All right. Still can't. Well,
That's all right.
Have it, kids.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank you very much.
Okay. This message is from Amy. Ladies, in my best
What?
In my best Jay voice
Sorry.
from Jay and Silent Bob. First, I want to thank the three of you for starting this podcast. I have been listening since day one and look forward to each new episode. I love the guests you've had so far, but I really love the episodes when you share letters from your listeners. Well, lucky for you, we're doing another one. Everyone has a unique story to share, and I appreciate...
And you're the star. Sorry. Go ahead. And you're the star, Amy.
Everyone has a unique story to share, and I appreciate and love them for wanting to share. These are also the episodes that make me cry, but that's okay, because everyone needs a good cry. When I was in 3rd grade, my school did a school-wide mandatory fundraiser for MS. This was a readathon, and all the students were required to read at least 10 books. This was in the 80s, and the MS Society's mascot was the mystery dog, and the S is capitalized like messy, dressed like Sherlock Holmes. The event was kicked off in the auditorium with the MS dog and a child in a wheelchair. I remember just wanting to help the child that was on stage. So being the little dictionary nerd I was, I started reading and kept reading. I can't tell you how much money I raised, but I was the top reader in my school with 250 books read. I received a certificate and a plush mystery dog. I just wanted to help this kid. Fast forward to 2001, where I developed optic neuritis and thus began my own MS journey of chills. Officially diagnosed in 2002, I have been lucky so far. It's there. It's a new nuisance with all of the appointments, but my symptoms are relatively mild. The irony is not lost. I get a chuckle when I tell that story, and so it is. Allison, Jamie-Lynn, and Christina, I thank you for this podcast from the bottom of my heart. This is a wonderful community you have built with this. Amy.
Aww. Amy, I hate you right now because now I'm crying.
Aww.
When I promised myself I wasn't going to cry.
You can cry. Oh, Amy, you and your big, beautiful heart. I just think it's so moving when children feel a calling to help, on their, nobody prompted them to, they're just feeling, you felt an effect, you felt something that inside of you wanted to help that child, and that child is within you. And I hope that you accept the help and love that you deserve. And I hope that your journey with this continues to be a mild one.
Amy, I'm still crying, so. Okay, when I was younger, my mom had breast cancer. So we would all go out and do the Revlon walk for breast cancer. And one day I remember sitting there and looking at my boobs and going, ugh, they're getting saggy. And then I said to myself, don't say that to yourself. You've got to be positive about your boobs. And 6 months later, I had breast cancer. So that's why this email is kind of like a little bit affecting me.
Yeah. I understand. Like sometimes you don't know why you were so drawn to something and yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know. Is it spiritual? Is it something in your body? Are you being connected to something that's already happening?
I don't know.
I mean, at the time, I didn't know I was BRCA, which for our listeners that don't know, BRCA is the breast cancer gene. It means that you will have breast cancer. Just, you will. So, or not, I don't know. It's, you have a 99% chance of getting breast cancer and then like a 50% chance of getting ovarian cancer and other cancers. So I am BRCA. But it was like that thing in me that was like, I was so drawn to like helping with that community and walking and running. And I'd run like a crazy person. I was like, I want to be the fastest person to get from one end of the city to the Coliseum. And a year later, I had cancer. So this just kind of hit me a little hard. So it's really hard for me to really speak upon this in like I don't know.
I get it.
Advice way.
There's no advice I don't think she's asking for. I think she was just trying to share her story and her gratitude, and we love you, Amy.
Yeah, thank you. You know what, Amy? To have a community, whatever it is invaluable, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Reach out.
Mm-hmm. Remember that doctor's appointment you were supposed to make a while ago? As I'm sitting here reading this to you, I'm remembering mine. You know, that one you meant to book, but you got sidetracked. You completely forgot about it until now. Because, I mean, I walk into a room and forget why I walked in there, let alone make my doctor's appointments. But this is important, okay? As we get older, we need to stay on top of our health in ways that we never have before. But it can be tough to get to the doctor. We want to keep ourselves healthy, but the system makes it impossible sometimes to find the right doctor for our needs until we have found ZocDoc. They make it so easy to find the right fit and book an appointment fast directly on their website. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. With ZocDoc, you can book in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty. Okay, I'm talking from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, ones that are located close by, the ones that are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and they're highly rated by verified patients. Also, appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. More often than not, you can even get same-day appointments. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/messy to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/messy, ZocDoc.com/messy. This is from Corey. Hi, ladies. I have been listening to your show since day one, and I look forward to it every week. I am in the Messy Club, too, for over 15 years. Everything you speak about, whether it be an emotional day, napping, trying to navigate through difficult situations, sharing success, or just BS venting, I can relate. I especially felt for Jamie during her ordeal with her son, as I went through a similar situation with my daughter. My daughter has a rare disease, Behçet's disease, and was hospitalized a few times before getting a diagnosis. As a mother, you just always want to protect your children and are more hurt when you cannot. As for Christina, I get your frustrations and the stages as I went through them all. Does it get better? Easier? I wish I could say yes. However, I can say there are better days, and those are the ones we have to cherish. I listened to how one of your viewers in the last episode was so hesitant to use a cane and both of your responses. I would just like to add to Jamie's that, Christina, you have also helped me overcome the embarrassment and allowed me to be submissive to my disability and use my cane proudly. I went and bought the most beautiful sparkly one after one of your episodes right before a big trip. I felt safe, and anytime I felt a bit uncomfortable, I had your voice in my head and followed your strength. I used it when I needed, along with a new drop foot brace, and am now more confident in doing things that I was avoiding for so long. So thank you both. And Allison, behind the scenes, we still see you, for sharing your strength, honesty, empathy, and your willingness to come out and talk real talk about messy things so people like me can feel they are never alone. My motto, keep moving forward, my tattoo. With love, a fellow messy gal.
Oh, Corey.
Yeah.
That makes me really happy that you went and got a fancy one, because I'm telling you, I get stopped on the street all the time.
Same.
It's a thing.
Same.
Like, it's become like a fashion accessory in a weird way.
It is.
It's like, we're so lucky because we've got a cool cane and we look kind of punk rock and kind of rad with our weird canes.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you for saying that, because we really try so hard to, like, look, we're not trying to change your minds. We just want to say what's going on with us, guys.
Yeah.
And if it resonates, then amazing.
Same.
Message from Anne. Dearest Christina, Jamie-Lynn, and Allison. We always get excited when anyone shouts her out. I am finally writing after happily finding your podcast a few months ago. I am a 64-year-old woman who was diagnosed almost 30 years ago with a chronic immune issue. When first hearing your podcast, I felt like I finally was understood. So many symptoms, flares, and challenges through the years have now been illuminated in a new light by your shared wisdom, joy, and introspection. I listen to whatever episode is the most recent and cherry pick from past episodes. This cachet of episodes is like the proverbial... Sorry, wait, wow. Okay. You know what, Anne? Proverbial. No, I know the word.
I know you do.
It's just not working in my brains. Proverbial. If I do it with an accent, I can say
there it is.
Proverbial money tree in my backyard. Whenever I need one, I just visit and pick. What a gift. In anticipation of Christina reading this
She
email.
knew.
Sorry, Anne, I tried. I'm just going to do it in an accent. I will list my most recent takeaways, reminders from your podcast. To give myself the same grace I give others. To remember that I am the captain of my ship and I decide who comes aboard. I know I am strong and resilient, but there are days, weeks, where I need to rest. I didn't cause this to happen, but I can shape my response. There is no cure, but I can honor myself by my choices in my care and keeping. That I choose who I share my story with and will not participate in the disability Olympics chat that some engage in. That the pool of emotions we may swim in is rich, varied, and comes in different depths, but I am not alone. I am trying to keep this brief, because Anne. But please know how grateful I am for the podcast. It has been life-changing. Also, Lumi products are wonderful. Wah, wah. Love them. My skin, often symptomatic in flares, feels amazing for the first time in years. Continued blessings to you and yours. With gratitude, Anne.
I loved those.
Anne needs to write a book.
Yeah, Anne. I loved those. My favorite was to remember that I'm the captain of my ship and I decide who comes on board. Yeah, baby.
And do you watch Below Deck? That's all I'm going to say. Go ahead.
Maybe that was why she did it, because she knows you love it. And there is no cure, but I can honor myself by my choices and my care and my keeping. And I think you should make like a poster, get on Etsy, etch this in some pillow, sell it. I don't know. I fucking love it. And thank you.
And don't make me say that fucking word unless I do it in an accent. Proverbial.
There it is.
See, I can't say it in...
money tree.
in the American accent where we all talk like this, apparently. This is so good, dude.
Yeah.
I want to read this over and over and over again. I think this is one of my favorite emails we have ever gotten because obviously you are incredibly intelligent and thoughtful, and you think like a writer.
Yes.
You write like a thinker and all those things. I love you, Anne.
It was beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you to everybody that's written in. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your opinions. Because we'll get to you the next epi. All right. You cannot prevent the birds of sorrow from flying over your head, but you can prevent them from building nests in your hair. I like it.
That's an oldie but a goodie.
It is one.
It's a good one to revisit.
It is.
All right, I love you guys.
So it is. Love you.
And so it is. This show is executive produced by Christina Applegate, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, and Allison Bresnick. Our audio engineer is Josh Windisch.
And if you want to show us some love, don't forget to leave the show a rating or review. Hi, it's Jamie. Thanks for listening. I just want to let you know I am a paid spokesperson for Novartis, but this podcast is independent from my collaboration with Novartis.